You see a Rottweiler and think you know what you're getting into. A strong dog, a loyal protector, a breed with a reputation. But what you don't realize, what they never warned you about, is that this dog is a mirror, a test, a storm with eyes. The Rottweiler isn't just muscle wrapped in fur. It's intelligence sharpened by centuries of purpose. Roman war dog, cattle driver, family guardian. Every strand of its DNA whispers discipline, control, and power. But if you think strength alone tames it, you've already lost. This isn't a dog that waits for you to lead. It challenges you to earn that position every single day. Commands? They're not obeyed blindly. They're assessed, measured, calculated. A Rottweiler doesn't ask, "What did you say?" It asks, "Do you mean it?" Because this dog doesn't respond to noise. It responds to presence. And if yours is weak, scattered, or performative, it will ignore you. Or worse, it will lead instead. And that's when things fall apart. So why do so many owners fail this breed? Because they think obedience comes from dominance. Because they think affection replaces structure. Because they forget that trust must be earned, not assumed. A Rottweiler that doesn't respect you will become a force you can't contain. You'll start seeing the signs: hesitation in public, growls at strangers, tension on walks. Not because it's aggressive, but because it's confused about its role. You never defined the hierarchy, so it did. And once that boundary is blurred, you're no longer training a companion. You're negotiating with a guardian. This dog doesn't need a backyard, it needs a purpose. It doesn't need freedom, it needs clarity. And it doesn't crave cuddles, it craves consistency. You cannot part-time this breed. You're either fully present or completely absent. There is no middle ground. And the price of your inconsistency is paid in reactivity, frustration, and isolation. But let's step back, because for all its challenge, this breed gives you something most others don't. Uncompromising loyalty, unfiltered connection, and unwavering protection. A Rottweiler that trusts you is a shadow, a sentinel, a heartbeat beside yours. It will block a stranger from touching you without a sound. It will sit between you and the world, not because it's afraid, but because it chooses to. But that bond isn't automatic. It's forged through hours of structured engagement, social exposure, boundaries enforced with love, and leadership built without ego. You think you can skip training? You think daily walks are enough? You think giving it food and toys equals fulfillment? Think again. This dog needs training that pushes its mind. Heel work, impulse control, advanced recall, scent games, structured protection drills if you're qualified. Not because it's aggressive, but because it's brilliant. And bored brilliance is a dangerous thing. And here's what no one talks about. This dog feels deeply. It knows when you're angry. It senses when you're scared. If you're chaotic, it absorbs your chaos. If you're grounded, it finds peace in your presence. That's why yelling doesn't work. That's why punishment backfires. You're not breaking a robot. You're betraying a relationship. So what does success look like? It's when your Rottweiler checks in with you in a crowd. When it waits for your nod before moving. When it stands down because you stood firm. And that only happens when you give it the structure it deserves. Want to learn the tools that can help build that structure? We've listed our top recommended training aids and gear in the description. Trusted, tested, and respected by serious owners. But remember, no tool replaces time. No shortcut builds trust. This dog doesn't care what you bought. It cares who you are. So if you're thinking about getting a Rottweiler, or if you already have one and feel overwhelmed, ask yourself this. Are you willing to become the kind of person this dog respects? Are you open to evolving your patience, your routines, your entire way of being? Because a Rottweiler won't meet you halfway. It will wait at the finish line and demand you run the distance. And if you do, what you get in return isn't just a dog. It's a protector, a teacher, a partner that would walk through fire for you. But that fire goes both ways. You have to walk through your own fears, your own frustrations, your own resistance to consistency. Because at the end of the day, a Rottweiler doesn't want to dominate you. It wants to understand you. But only if you make yourself worth understanding. Still think you're ready? Then watch our companion video next. The truth about living with a Rottweiler. It shows what happens when that respect is earned, and the consequences when it's not. You'll find it in the end screen. That's where your real understanding begins.